right now to shake things up in Denver in their round last night, but we're going to see what they can do today.
Cimarron Trailers.
Wow. That was impressive. I'll be the first one to admit it. Hey, folks, Lifetime Home Remodeling has a motto. They want you to love who you're with and love where you live with Lifetime Home Remodeling. So I got a favor to ask from all of our fans today. If you came to the rodeo with your spouse and you're seated beside your spouse and you're married, we want you all to stand up. All the married couples sitting together, please stand up. All the married couples. I didn't know there was that many single people here. Anyway.
Wow.
All the married couples, especially if you're standing next to your spouse. Okay, now listen carefully. Everybody remains standing until you're instructed otherwise. If you've been married for 30 years or less, sit down. You're just getting started. If you've been married for 40 years or less, sit down. Now, everybody still standing has been married for over 40 years. And if you've been married for over 40 years, you got to have some passion in that relationship. So we want to see you kiss passionately. Kiss her! Passionately. Well, y'all sat down too fast. I guess you've been married for over 40 years like that.
Love is in the air in Denver. The Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, though, it all is getting started. Bracket 1, round 1 kicks off on Friday. The pre-show at 8 o'clock. We're going to give you a rundown of who you're going to see, who's going to be there, what they're going to be doing, and what we are excited about. The performance will be at 8:30 p.m. This thing is legendary. People talk about these tournament-style rodeos, the indoor rodeos. It all gets exciting, and I mean, right down the road, it's right here in Fort Worth, Texas. You'll be able to see it all right here on the Cowboy Channel, but that's what's coming up. Right now, we're still in Denver. It's still the National Western Stock Show and Rodeo, and it's time for the ladies barrel racing.
Not only great electricity, but the fastest horse race in town. So on this Saturday morning, we've seen a bunch of cowboys here today, but how many of you want to see some cowgirls on Saturday morning? Starting the battle off today with Chris Gibson of Windsor, Colorado. Here is a Mountain State Circuit Finals cowgirl that rides the 2023 Mountain State's Horse of the Year. She was a 20.543 last night with a barrel down. She goes to the left barrel first. Now 2 right turns for her. It's sorely to that third barrel. Now help her home back. Stop it at a 15:33.
15:33 if you're writing it down. Now to a Mitchell, Nebraska cowgirl. This will be Danny Bueller. She clocked a 15:89 in round 1 last evening. Remember, you can go to the right-hand barrel or the left-hand barrel first. It's the pilot's choice of how they want to fly the plane. But you can only make 1 turn to the right and 2 to the left, or 1 turn to the left, followed by 2 to the right. Here we go, starting with the right-hand barrel and Danny Bueller. You can touch them, you just can't tip them. Tight corners, straight lines. That's what we're looking for. Speak up. And 15:60. That's faster than last night's time, and that's what you're always looking for.
So we'll rake around those barrels and we'll get ready to go to Kayla Jones. Kayla is from Watkins, Colorado. She was a 15:11 last night. And the cowgirl that comes running down the line is a barrel racing producer. Puts on an amazing barrel racing called the Colorado Classic. It adds $100,000 to some of the very best barrel racers in the world. She wants to be faster than what she was yesterday. The 15:11 was where she was. Let's find out where she's gonna be now. Knock down that third barrel. That's 5 seconds in penalties. 19:88 total time, 19:88.
Well, this next young lady had the second fastest run of the rodeo last night. She's an NFR qualifier. She's currently ranked number 8 in the world standings. She's a trainer and a futurity rider as well. Stephanie Fryer of Waco, Texas. Clocked a 14:88 last night. Anything under 15 seconds is good. Here comes Steph. Around to the right. Smooth on 2. Now's the time to get loud. Wow! The fastest run of the rodeo, 14:51.
Holy cow. This just might be another season that we beat arena records inside this arena. The fastest time ever at the National Western was a 14:50 turned in last year. Carly Otero flirted with it last night. The 4-time National Finals cowgirl, the mother of 5. You're going to see her daughter back here on the closing weekend of the National Western. She was a 14:56 last night. Riding a 5-year-old horse called Leroy. Come on, Leroy, let's run. $14.57. What a barrel racing it is today.
Wow, that is amazing. Hey, folks, the National Western Stock Show would like to thank our friends at the Colorado Lottery for their partnership. Now, listen,
Just like that, those guys said, what a barrel racing it is. And if you guys are watching at home on your TV, get your phone out and scan this QR code so you can have Rodeo on the go and follow us right on the Cowboy Channel Plus app. If you're watching on the app right now, you already have it and you know where the fun is. It's on the Cowboy Channel Plus app. Rodeo on the go is where you'll be able to keep up with all of the rodeos happening, all of the events that we're able to showcase, and as well as taking a look back. You've got past NFRs, past tailgate talk shows, and so many more. You're also going to be able to find us on all forms of social media at the Cowboy Channel, keeping up to date with all the stories in rodeo, all of the excitement and everything else that happens. But you guys know, here at the Cowboy Channel, we want to bring you all of the news as often as we can, as soon as we can. And that is the Cowboy Channel Plus subscription. All right, here we go. Let's get back to the barrel racing, guys. Let's have some barrel racing action in Denver. We'll send it back to the arena.
The finals at the Pendleton Roundup. Sarah Winkleman, Big Lake, Minnesota. Former Great Lakes Circuit champ. Minnesota Cowgirl. Colorado Dirt. Let's go. Covered a little too much ground. 15:68 for Sarah.
So, rake around those barrels. We'll go to the land of enchantment. For a cowgirl, it's a teacher when she's not running barrels. Caitlin Doak from Las Cruces, New Mexico will be the next cowgirl to go. She had a little tough luck in last night's performance. Hit a barrel, ended up being a 20.37. Just be clean today. Long-legged horse around barrel number 2. We're looking good. One more. Do what you do. 15-34. 15-34.
Remember, your barrel racing is brought to you by Gooseman Energy, the community-focused wholesale electricity provider to the American West. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to meet a Colorado versus the World champ, a 2-time Mountain State Circuit champ from Larkspur, Colorado. She recorded a 14:89 last night. Here's Kim Schultz. Larkspur, Colorado. Trying to get under 15 again. Smooth. Ooh, so close. 15:02, but that is going to put her in the top 3. So I think that gives her a shot at our semifinals Saturday, a week from today.
With one cowgirl left to go, she calls Sanger, Texas, her home. Lindsay McCuistion to the top 4 in round number 1 of the qualifier to get in here. We've been talking about that all day. Some of them were seeded. Some of them had to earn their way in. She was a 20.22 on her first run last night. So, Lindsay, what can we do? Yeah, she's just having problems with that first barrel. That's a 5-second penalty. Give her a consolation round of applause on the way home. We have 19.97 today, 19.97.
So stack them up. Carly Otero's leading the way with Stephanie Fryer in hot pursuit. Kim Schultz and Sarah Winkleman rounding out that top 4. Folks, as you look down in the arena and all those hard-working men and women.
What a barrel racing, horse race.